First thing I must say is I am not an expert, I'm just a guy who wears a mask.
We'll talk about that.
It's dark down here. It's quite poor. And welcome to my channel. My name is Ian J. Cole, and this channel is all about music and art normally. Now, let me just take this off. The reason I'm doing a video about masks is because while I've been watching the TV of late, and because of the rise of the coronavirus, I thought it would be quite good to do a follow-up to the other video that I did about masks. Now, if you haven't seen the other videos, they're linked down below, but I suffer from asthma, and what I've noticed, particularly, and it's really over the last year, is that when the air quality is poor, that I've actually started wearing a mask. I started this back in March 2019 when I was in Hong Kong, and I really suffered with the air quality there. Having said that, I do that here in the UK. So when I go to London, I will always take my mask with me. If I'm walking any distance, especially in the centre where there is lots of car pollution and trucks, then I would wear a mask. Now, for the coronavirus, I have to say I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who needs to wear a mask because he suffers from breathing problems. So the first thing to say is this sort of mask, or a standard sort of dust mask, isn't good enough for the coronavirus. And I know that you would say that, you know, any mask is better than nothing, and I'm sure it is, and we know that it seems to be this, the advice we're getting at the moment about the coronavirus is that it's close contact thing. So when you might be on a tube train and somebody coughs, and that may be the way that you get it. The reason that this type of mask isn't good enough is you don't get a seal. This mask is impregnated with charcoal, and it's just foam. So when I put it on, it's not really making a seal at all around here, and it's breathable through. So what you really need is you need a mask that's called a respirator, and there's lots of different types of these. And you really need a mask, and I've got a couple that I bought from a company down in, they're called Cambridge Masks, I'm assuming they're in Cambridge. Anyway, and this is not a paid promotion. I just did some research, couldn't buy these in Hong Kong. When I got back to the UK, I bought a couple of masks from Cambridge Masks, and I will show you them. There are two masks. One is their basic mask. So these are respirators. So if I just open this, so the basic mask is about £10, and it sort of looks like that. What we've got is we've got a filter, and I've not worn this because I've not needed to, because I've been wearing the other one. And over here we've got some wire inside. The idea being that you shape it over your nose so that you get a really good seal around here. I mean, if I didn't have one of these masks with me, I mean, I still don't think that mask is suitable. But if all I had was a standard dust mask that you would wear for doing DIY, I think I'd try and seal it. You know, if that's literally all I had and I was in close proximity, especially if I'm close to people who are ill. The main thing, so that's the £10 mask. This is their £20 mask. This is what's called the Churchill. They look very similar. The first thing I would say, they look almost identical. This material is thinner than the actual Churchill mask, and I have been wearing this when I've needed to, but fundamentally they're the same thing. So if I've forgotten this, I'm quite happy to wear that. I can shape it around my nose. I can get a good seal around my face. So I'm going to put this one on. The other thing about these is that they they have an expiry date. So the Churchill mask is good until 2024, and you're recommended not to exceed more than 200 hours use. So and I've worn this probably about 4 hours since I've had it. I had a couple of days in London and doing lots of walking around, and wore it pretty much all the time when I was outside. The air quality was at rush hour was horrendous, really. Yeah, you need to get one that fits your size. And I'll put this up. They do it on weight. So if somebody is 6 to 10 kilos extra small, up to an extra large, which is somebody who is 90 kilos plus. I went for the large, which was 65 to 89 kilos. Now, at first, I thought, oh, it feels really tight, but actually, it's spot on. So you put it round there. Now I have glasses, so I have to just take my glasses off for a second. So there it is. It's fit, and because I've shaped this bit round here, it fits quite nicely over my nose. Now, what does happen is you feel the cloth pull in slightly when you breathe in. So I can feel it moving in. So that's telling me that I'm actually getting quite a good seal round here. But so they're very, very good. Like I say, £20. The £10 one is perfectly serviceable. They're just washable. So you wear it a few times, wash it, air dry it. You don't have to take the filter out. And what they say is you'll know when the actual mask needs replacing, because it will be harder to breathe through it. So I haven't got to that point yet because I've not been wearing it enough. So far in the UK we've only had 9 confirmed cases, but this virus may grow. So it may be that, certainly if I was going to go into any large city, I'd be wearing my mask. I'd be wearing my mask probably anyway because of the air quality, but actually I would also double it up for the coronavirus as well. The other thing to just say is that there's a whole lot of different ratings, which is very, very confusing. But I was advised to buy a mask that was at least what's called N95. Now, this mask is N99. And it says on the tin, filters air pollution, viruses and bacteria. So you certainly need a respirator rather than just very basic that sort of thing. The actual basic mask says the same sort of thing. Filters air pollution, viruses and bacteria. Although it doesn't say it's N99 rated. It just says on the back, Cambridge masks give you protection from particles, pollution such as microscopic air particles, pollen and spores, dust pathogens such as viruses and bacteria, and smoke fumes. And then it gives us the actual sizes that you should recommend. Adjustable ear loops, adjustable toggles. Yeah, you pull the toggles to make sure. I didn't do that actually so when you've got it on, you pull these toggles here to get a really, really good seal. So you pull them till it feels quite tight. So there we are, it's really tight around there. And I'd need to do this side as well. So you've got everything you need to make a really good seal around your face. So the other thing it says, adjustable toggles to make it fit correctly around the ears, washable, hand wash with warm water and soap and powder, and then hang dry. I haven't washed it yet, so I'm not really needed to do that, but it says here that warning, N classification masks filter solid particle matter such as PM 2.5s. Masks must be fitted properly to effectively filter. Infants and children should be supervised when wearing masks. Masks do not filter industrial chemicals or oil-based particles such as paint. So, it's pretty clear as to what you can or should be doing with this particular mask. I know it's not about music and art, but actually because I'd done a couple of videos before our masks, I thought it was really quite useful to actually just give a little bit of information about what is the right type of mask to get. Respirators. Respirators good, non-respirators bad. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, thank you, bye bye.